Mother's Day weekend has arrived, and we are saluting moms tonight here on Facebook Live. Welcome inside the Channel 13 studios. I'm Scott. We'll get with Angela in a moment. Let us know something about your mom. Tell us a funny story. Tell us a famous saying that she always said. Tell us what you love about your mom tonight here on Facebook Live. We'll read some of those comments and honor your moms here on this Friday evening. Got a couple of really great stories that we're going to show you. Jenny Runovich was downtown today and found that in some of the empty storefronts, artists and designers are inspiring Indiana by filling up these vacant storefronts with wonderful pop-up stores. You're going to see a great story coming up from our friend Jenny Runovich coming up in a minute. And also tonight, we've got our big story coming up on 13 News at 11, and a fantastic story by Lauren Kostick. She met a man who survived COVID last year. He was hospitalized on a vent back during Mother's Day of 2020. Survived. Wasn't able to be, obviously, with his mom last Mother's Day, is going to be with his mom this weekend. Lauren's going to join us. We'll talk to her about her story that you'll see tonight at 11. But let's begin the festivities tonight on the big show. Angela's here to talk about frost and then rain.
Boo. Do I have to?
Boo and hiss, huh?
Boo, hiss is right. It's May.
I know. Where are the 70s?
We need sunshine and 71.
Yeah.
Average high is 71. And we haven't been anywhere near that the last couple of days, and we won't be anywhere near that for the upcoming weekend. And you mentioned the frost.
Yeah.
Got kind of a reinforcing shot of some cool air with the weather system that brought us the pop-up showers and storms today. The radar is clear, so no more rain tonight, but the cooler air is definitely moving in, and there's the frost advisory. So if you have some frost-sensitive plants, I went against, I usually wait until Mother's Day to plant, but I actually planted a few last Thursday on my front porch that I might have to drag up closer to the house just so they're hopefully a little warmer and a little covered.
Right.
Because the frost advisory goes from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Not a freeze, but a frost. So if you've got some frost-sensitive plants, you'll want to bring them in or cover them up tonight.
Okay.
Forecasting temperatures in the middle and upper 30s, but from there, not a bad Saturday shaping up. We'll be close to 60. Morning sunshine, increasing clouds, and then, yuck. I even hate to show it.
Oh, gosh,
I know.
look at that.
The only thing that could work in our favor is this thing speeds up and gets in here Saturday night and exits for a little bit of time on Sunday, but that's Sunday at 7 a.m., Scott. And that's rain, and that's heavy at times.
Oh, gosh.
And I know there's lots going on. Obviously, there's Mother's Day.
Sure.
There are lots of graduation ceremonies. I know colleges, universities have added extra ceremonies just to make sure that people can socially distance and
Right.
make sure everyone gets to come and all of that. And so there might be a few of those happening on Sunday. Kids, students moving out of college. I already warned Luke, he's coming home Sunday. I said, put your stuff in your car tomorrow. And he kind of rolls, he doesn't roll his eyes at me, but he's like, okay, okay, Mom. Okay,
Isn't that
Mom.
what kids do, though, to their parents? They roll their eyes?
Kids and husbands, as I found out today, but that's
Yeah,
a story.
tell them that funny. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
tell the
okay.
forecast first.
There's the rain, heavy rain between about 7 a.m. and noon. So the hope is this speeds up and we might get a couple of dry hours. But yes, kids and husbands. So I told Luke today, okay, seriously, it's going to be, you're not going to want to pack your car. And he's going
Right.
to probably have to do it in 2 trips.
Okay.
Pack most of it tomorrow, get it packed up. Okay. And then as Mark's leaving to play golf today, he's like, you know, pants or shorts? I'm like, well, probably pants. And he's like, what's the temperature? And meanwhile, I'm working out, trying to get ready to come to work. And I said, I think it's probably like 57. I
Right.
don't know. And I said, oh, and there's a chance for a pop-up shower. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that wasn't anything that I saw. And I go, well, then you weren't watching me.
Right,
because
exactly.
we talked about pop-up showers. And so then I proceed to get a text message from him from the golf course today.
Right.
And I'm quite sure this was why I have to go back to the time. Because I know I was on the air. So it was like the early part of the 5. And he says, what's going on? Thunder, rain, when will this pass? Hello, question mark. I'm like, I told you there was going to be a pop-up. Kids and husbands.
Kids and husbands rolling their eyes.
Although,
it's just hilarious.
I did have a funny comment from a fellow mom.
Right.
From the golf team that Grace was on, and she said she was tempted every once in a while if she got under a big cell or whatever to
Yep.
text me and say, okay, when's it going to be over? And she said, but she usually could ask Grace and Grace would know. So I'm going to exclude Grace from kids and husbands because she pays attention.
All right, that's a very funny story. Really enjoyed it tonight. All right, our Facebook friends joining us. Darlene, hello from Mooresville. Margot mentioning that Mother's Day is Sunday.
Yay.
So yes, we know that. Misty saying she's watching from Shelbyville tonight. Darlene saying Happy Mother's Day to you, Angela. So we've got lots of folks in the house tonight on this Friday night wishing their moms Happy Mother's Day. Let us know again, favorite saying from your mom, favorite story about your mom, favorite quality about your mom. Put those in the comment section. We'll read a few of those at the end of the show. So Angela, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to you at least for a little bit and bring in a friend of the show, Lauren Kostick. She's, of course, we know that she's got her big story coming up tonight on 13 News at 11. And of course, she's better known as Milo's mom. And we'll get a look at your dog coming up in a moment, I hope. But first, I love your story that you're going to be bringing to us tonight at 11 o'clock. So tell our viewers about it.
Exactly. So I got to interview Larry Brown. He's a former college football player, and he's also a COVID survivor. So him and his dad actually were both admitted to the hospital last mid-March of last year. So right at the beginning of the pandemic. And Tony, his dad, was able to, he was in the hospital for a while and had quite severe symptoms. But Larry, he was in the hospital and in a coma and on a ventilator for 54 days. And just thinking about that just kind of hurts your heart. And so it has happened around Mother's Day, and his mom couldn't go visit him. So they spent Mother's Day separated, and he actually was in a coma, so he was sleeping. So when I asked him, if he remembers anything, he's like, no. So it's one of those stories that it's crazy to think how much of a difference a year can make.
Yep, that's right.
I talked to them and they're all happy. They have some COVID side effects, but they're doing great. And they are looking forward to Sunday, spending it together. And then he also surprised his mom with a big surprise. He bought her a trip to Las Vegas. So
wow.
She's really enjoying that. She said she has not been out of the house for more than 4 hours. They're all vaccinated, and they are looking forward to that trip. So, I mean, what a story, right?
It's a great story, Lauren, and you'll be seeing that tonight, Facebook friends, at 11 o'clock when you join us over on 13. That's a great story. All right, so how's Milo doing tonight?
All right. So I noticed what he starts doing now is he hides under the couch.
He hides under the couch. So when Scott starts talking to Milo, he goes running under the couch.
I don't know what it is. It's where he likes to wait now. I gotta walk him over.
Milo's putting on some weight too, so it's going to be harder and harder to lift him. Ah, there he is.
I gotta move this way.
Oh, such a good boy. Milo.
No, I don't think he likes me picking him up, but he likes once he's up here because he gets to see you. He also wanted me to show everyone his favorite ball because we talked about how much he loves them. So.
Oh, Milo. Oh, you're so cute.
Oh.
We love having your mom with us here on Channel 13, but Milo, we also love to see you too, my friend.
He says thank you.
Okay.
And don't forget, I always say with Mother's Day, dog moms count too. So
of course they do. Dog moms always count. That's right. All right, Lauren, great to see you. We'll see you tonight on 13 News at 11 with your big story. Bye, Milo. What a cute dog. All right, let's bring Angela back. And I know you and I have done countless stories about COVID that have been sad, but that Lauren story is really going to be a good one tonight at 11.
Yes, and happy Dog Mother's Day, Lauren, and all the other dog moms out there for sure.
Right, that's for sure. All right, another story I think you're really going to enjoy is our friend Jenny Runovich. Did a great story here in downtown Indianapolis. Look, we know that a lot of the downtown stores are now vacant given the pandemic and stores having to close and that kind of thing, and a lot of workers not returning yet here in downtown Indianapolis. But Jenny found a great story today about some local artists and designers that are finding ways of putting pop-up stores in these vacant storefronts. Watch this.
This formerly vacant storefront on Virginia Avenue is now a very vibrant space. costumes and clothing, paintings and jewelry from a dozen indie artists. A month-long pop-up, rent-free, showcasing their eclectic skill.
What we do is we make great visually stimulating things, so we're doing that in these windows in hopes to, actually, brighten the sidewalks and get people in here. That's what we do.
So we're ready to work and we're ready to show what we got. We're ready to show what we did during the pandemic.
Creativity never stopped during the COVID crisis.
It's a thrift store jacket.
In fact, these entrepreneurs became mask makers for months, but it's been a difficult year.
It's been rough.
Actually, I was supposed to be in season 3 of Startup 317, but the downtown windows were being boarded up, so that didn't happen.
Protests on top of the pandemic left a lot of downtown businesses empty. That's why the Indianapolis Chamber of Commerce is helping fill them up with something beautiful. Pop-ups aren't new, but this year they're needed more than ever.
You definitely see the scars that were left from all that has been happening.
Yeah, when you walk down the sidewalk, it's bare. There's lots of empty windows, things for lease, so it's really cool to be part of this project to fill those empty spaces.
It's quite a feast for the eyes.
This is a play on bone records from the Soviet Union from the 1950s. Rock and roll used to be illegal.
Jess makes monsters, costumes, and clothing.
These are antique buffalo teeth. These are coyote bones.
Lisa is an indigenous artist.
I like to incorporate my heritage into my designs and add my own little fashion flair to it and kind of mix it all together.
But there's some fun wide leg, really dramatic pants.
Cody creates custom clothing.
So this is a one-of-a-kind piece, nothing like it.
And then I've got these wearable art kits.
And Emily upcycles textiles into totes.
I've been so excited and just looking so forward, just face-to-face sales and just being around the creatives again.
Inspiration we all need right now, reviving downtown Indy for the month of May.
They're all one-of-a-kind pieces and I'm ready to sell them, so come on and buy.
I love that story by Jenny Runovich, and you can learn more about that, where that is in downtown Indy, by going to our WTHR Facebook page, Angela.
And up for a month, that will be great. Gives everyone time to kind of find it and maybe visit, and maybe visit more than once.
We've got a lot of people chiming in tonight about moms and stories, and even Milo, right?
Yes, and one that a couple caught me.
Yeah.
Terry, first Mother's Day without mom.
No,
And-
there are a lot of people out there who have lost their moms this year, and our hearts are with you, because that is a difficult thing to go through.
It is. And then Daniel, one of the reasons loves his mom, gave him life, but also one of her kidneys back in 1994.
Yeah, I love that comment. Thank you for sharing that with us tonight. It's really just great to see this. So some of the other comments, Margot talking about Milo, he's cute.
He is cute.
Renita just saying Milo with two exclamation points, which I thought was good. Margaret saying sweet dog. Kelly saying beautiful. So I think there's a lot of interest in always seeing Milo here on Facebook Live.
Yeah, Milo needs to stop hiding under the coffee table, because Milo's no longer a puppy.
Right.
And Milo looks to be about as big as Lauren does right now.
That's right. Yeah, that's
maybe bigger.
Okay, so in terms of folks who are just joining us, they want to hear about the weather, want to know about the frost and the rain.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Frost tomorrow morning, nice afternoon, morning sunshine, afternoon clouds. Tomorrow will be your dry day, 60. Do I think we get a couple of dry hours Sunday? Maybe.
Maybe.
If it speeds up, we could get some dry time in between wave 1 and wave 2. Wave 1, late Saturday night through about midday Sunday. Wave 2, when we could actually get some thunderstorms across the southern half of the state, will come afternoon in the evening hours. So looking pretty soggy at this point, and stormy and windy, and not a sunny and 71 day that, if I was in charge, I would deliver.
So again, if you want to do outdoor plans with moms, Saturday's the day. Indoor plans with moms likely on Sunday.
For sure. So if you're thinking about outdoor plans, you want to go to one of our fabulous parks, take a hike, do something like that, do that tomorrow, and then maybe plan to make her lunch inside.
Okay,
on
there
Sunday.
you go. There you go. Coming up tonight on 13 News at 11, our big story, we're going to be talking all things Mother's Day, including our consumer reporter, Allison Gormley, is going to be joining us, and she's going to talk about why the cost of flowers is higher and why at some florists you can't find the flowers that you want. She's got some advice on what you can do in terms of last-minute floral arrangements for your mom. Angela, you are a terrific mom of two, and I want to wish you an early happy Mother's Day to you.
And happy Mother's Day to sweet Janae.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and your new daughter.
I know.
Who's a new mom.
I know.
It's her first Mother's Day.
This is her first Mother's Day, and so anyway, we're very excited to celebrate with our granddaughter this weekend. So, all right, thank you, Facebook friends, for joining us here, and on this Friday night, be sure to join us back at 11 o'clock over on Channel 13. Otherwise, we will have you back on Monday of next week. Have a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. Good night.